Hello, and welcome back to Dragon Wars. We're here in Kingshome, where it all began. All meaning everything that happened before the game started, with Namtar, the beast from the pit, who I guess sort of did a soft coup here in Kingshome, overthrowing King Drake and taking over the place. But I mean, King Drake is maybe still around, and he's just like being sort of worm-tongued or something. I don't know. Apparently, he hasn't been seen in a while. That's what they say in some of the various little lore bubbles. Anyway, last time we made some decent progress. We explored the ocean sunken palace, and we found Roba's skull. Roba being, I guess, the son of Urkala, the goddess of the underworld, and Nurgle, the god of death. We found his skull in a giant clam, and this there was a little trick to that. You had to just take the clam, and if you tried to take the skull out of the clam just like bit you. But if you just grab the entire clam and haul it out of the ocean with you, the clam dies and you get the skull. So that's fun. Apparently, we need to bring that to the Dwarven Forge, which I did find a passage in the underworld to the Dwarven Clan Hall. I haven't gone there yet, but I figure I'll see if I can find like another way into it, just in case there's like an alternate passage. But yeah, I know how to get to the Dwarven Clan Hall, so I know how to do that. What else did I do? I explored around the other island. I found a Dragon Valley. I didn't go in there yet. It sounds like kind of an endgame-ish place. I explored the Rustic Island, where I found the Royal Game Preserve. And in there, aside from a group of bandits who were kind of tough, mostly just because they had a bandit leader who stood like 50 feet away from me, blasting the entire party with AoE magic. And it's one of those fights where you have to run up to him while getting blasted, or I guess blast him back from range, which is difficult when like that's maybe characters who can blast him. And even then, most of my spells, my damage spells have a range of like 20, 30, maybe 40 feet. So it's hard to blast someone from range. You still have to run up to be like 20 feet away to be able to do any appreciable amount of damage. It's annoying. Anyway, aside from them, we found a game warden there, and he has a magic bow, and he wants us to like ourselves in some way. And we can be friendly with him. We can share forest lore or bureaucracy skill with him, and he'll be friendly to us. But he'll still basically just kick us out of the game preserve. There's got to be something else we can show him. Maybe we need to get, I don't know, like a signet ring from King Drake or something to prove that we're on the inn with the royal family. It's something like that, maybe. What else? What else? After that, we just came to King's Island. I was just poke around the outside, see see what's available. And then we ran into a group of guards who immediately kidnapped us and threw us in the dungeon into Kingshome because apparently Namtar wants us taken alive. Which I guess that's better than them slitting our throats. But here we are. We're in the dungeons. I don't imagine they'll hold us for long. So let's get started. That I don't have a compass here, so let's on guidance. Okay. West. AJ, I'll never break out. Well, that might be the case. I might have to restart. I'm sure I could get back to here fairly quickly. I do have to restart. Take any time at all. The cell door is unlocked. How strange. Well, so much for that. Didn't even bother to lock the door. Okay, they locked this door. Not my door. Here's two patrolmen and one Strastrupen. Seems these guards were patrolling to good purpose after all. Sure. Still count as breaking out if they didn't even lock the door. Like I had to break anything. Paragraph 53. All right. In this cell, you find a weak young man dressed in soiled motley. Good evening, ladies and germs. It's good to be back at the palace, says as you enter his cell. A funny thing happened to me on the way to the dungeon. The poor man was obviously a court jester. I ran into Sir Loin of Pork this afternoon. He said he was about to become Baron of Grey Matter. Aha, this guy really stinks. If wiser men than you can find this man to the dungeons, who are you to set him free? I got a million of 'em, the jester says, seeming to notice you for the first time and perking up considerably. This confirms your worst fears. Slam and lock the cell door. Cancel the Renaissance. It looks like a reign of terror, comes the muffled voice from behind the door. Even Namtar has a good idea now and then. I guess the authors of the game were not big fans of stand-up comedy. I didn't explore that other square. Can't kick me out before I explore all the squares. Okay. I guess we'll leave the jester locked up. All right. And then this one. But already. Way. Really just me and the jester in prison? Might have been. All right. Graph 65. Okay. This guard room is occupied by several menacing men who stand when you enter. Well, look at this. One of them sneers. Our prisoners have escaped. We have to capture them, perhaps several times. Guards begin to close in. Remember, men, these prisoners were trying to escape. Be accused of beating prisoners in their cells again. Okay, that's why the cell was unlocked. Now we get to beat up two vicious guards. Maybe I was supposed to come here much earlier in the game because fights here a lot easier than some of the other ones I've been having. Okay. Let's see. Choose again already. Should really pause the game when I'm drawing a map in. Okay. Right. One patrolman, Rostrupen. I've done a bit of sequence breaking, as it turns out. Ascending stairs. Okay. Guess that's the way out of the dungeon. Finish exploring down here first, then. Oh, found a secret passage. Go. Road. Guidance off. Wow. Okay. Never mind. These guys can pack a punch. In one shot Theb from full to dead. Yeah, everyone gains a level, but I'm not going all the way back to Metropolis to raise someone from the dead. That's silly. I thought I was safe here, but as it turns out, no, I'm not. Out of the dungeon. Okay. You guys are suddenly much more of a threat. Wow, yeah. Okay, I guess it's not fixed encounter. Okay. And my points here. Wonder what? Strength. Sure. Cheetah can have point of intelligence. I kind of want. I want a cheetah's dex to go up, so that trident, right? Uh, you can that intelligence here. Jackpot the armory. Nice. Black helm, fire shield, gray arrows, Gatling bow, throw mace, aid ring, magic axe, 20, 20 dragon stones. As if I have space for 20 dragon stones. Oh god. What do people even have currently? Okay, the black helm. I think I have a black helm on muscles already. Theb, take the fire shield. Landil wants the gray arrows and the Gatling bow. Cheetah is my mace. You take the throw mace and the mage ring. Ulrich is my axe. You take the magic axe. And how many of these dragon stones can I even carry? Okay, I actually did manage to pick them. Right, well, found the armory. Okay, I actually equipped stuff. Yeah, he already has a black helm. Ulrich, magic axe. Magic axe better than axe of Kala. Magic axe does 1d30. Axe of Kala does 1d12. So, yeah, that's an upgrade. It only has +1 A, +4 AV. Will definitely hurt him, but whatever. The magic axe, yeah. Attack is now -2. Kind of sucks. I need to get him like better armor. Fab. Fire shield instead of fire shield D as opposed to -2 to large shield, +2 to AC as opposed to +3. Just worse. Fire shield just worse than a large shield. That can't be. 4, 6. Okay. Does seem to have worse stats. Um, okay. Well, whatever. I'm going to equip it anyway, and I'm going to assume it has like some sort of hidden stat that protects you from fire damage or magic damage or something. Got to, right? It's got to be better than a large shield. I don't think I need the water potion anymore. Trade. Louis picked up a helm. 4-4. Great. Loaded up with dragon stones. Different arrows. I need better thing. Better armor. Doesn't give him such a huge penalty to his attack. Could just drop that shield. These do anything? Oh yeah, the mage ring and the face. Throw me just a thrown weapon. Yeah, throw mace requires 18 strength, but it does do 1d12 damage at 20, 30 feet, so I guess you can use it range, but can you use it from the back row? I don't know. Oh, probably just sell it. What else is specialized in maces? Mage ring, though. I guess you can't equip the mage ring. Requires low magic 3. Huh. Alright. Well, I guess maybe it should be in someone's low magic. Cheetah has 2. Yolandil also. Yeah, so I guess increase Cheetah's low magic. Uh, Shame. Cheetah's dex to be able to use Trident. It's a really good ring, though. That +1 attack value, +4 AC. Good. Can't. That's a shame. Valar up. Yeah, I level Valar's magic. Action. Secret passage I can take. Go down. In there. Down. Okay. Well, much of a boss fight, but okay. Done. Eighth episode. Fab. I don't want one. Health might be also lock picking, or sword skill. Give him a point of health. Right, I guess passage time. Construction of this secret tunnel seems to have been suspended before the job was done. Hate to find out a job has been left half done. 4, 5. Arg, crossbow trap. Oh. Okay, so there's no other way out of that. It's just a little room. Cover. Can I cast Soften Stone on any? Nope, it worked. Actually worked for once. Taking me out of bounds, I think. There's nothing out here. in the void. Okay, so sometimes softened stone does work, but even when it does work, it's not necessarily going to do anything for you. To if read paragraph 42. In this dusty and disused chamber, you find what was formerly the throne of King Drake of Kingshome, the mightiest ruler of Dilmun. Excuse me. Mightiest ruler of Dilmun. The throne is heaped in the corner and in poor repair. Carelessly tossed behind the throne, you find Drake's ceremonial crown. Maybe it will be worth something if there is ever a true king. Kingshome. All right. So we're found crown, which may be that game warden. Sure. Put the crown. Odd for like the throne room to be in this weird secret passage in the basement, but whatever. But hey, maybe we can bring this to the game warden and then he'll give me his magic bow. Or maybe I have to find King Drake's son. I think it's supposed to be in Bisonople. I bring this to him, and now he's crowned as the true king of home, and that helps us the whole getting rid of Namtar thing. Uh, kind of done in here. I raided the treasury. I got the crown. I escaped from prison. I beat up a bunch of dudes. Probably done. That's somewhere else in King. On the server, not in the dungeon. Dungeon currently the throne room. Who am I to question? What's my goal in this game? Apparently just to get revenge on Namtar for being a jerk to me. You know, our party showed up here as pilgrims coming to the Dilmun Island archipelago to, I don't know, retire, I guess, at the end of our careers. And as we showed up, as soon as we got off of our boat, Namtar, or well, Namtar's army, robbed us of all of our possessions and threw us into Purgatory, the big open air prison, and sacrificed a bunch of people to dragons as well. So our party decided, hey, let's take care of that guy. And that's basically it. That's the entire backstory. Very much a dungeon RPG in that way, where it's just like, yeah, you know what? Here's the extreme bare bones of a plot to give you and your party an excuse to just commit mass murder everywhere. Here's a blue guy. Look at this guy. What's his deal? He's blue. In front of the door there. Let's see, paragraph 131. Dirty. This is a private bedchamber. The entrance to the dungeon is like behind this guy's bedroom. A man wearing a simple robe lays on a divan. Fancy. Seems neither old nor young. He has no distinguishing marks or characteristics. There is no evil air to him. His eyes do not pierce your soul. His brow has no spark of mad genius. He sits up lazily as you enter, swings his feet to the floor, walks across the room, and shakes your hand. I am Namtar. Found the man himself, he says. I suppose you guessed that. You've given me quite a lot of trouble. Namtar smiles. Disappointed? Expecting something more? Later, I promise you. Won't you sit down? Namtar offers you a chair. Namtar looks sleepy. He's rubbing his eyes. Administering the conquest of the world is a bitch, he says. If I'd known how much work this was going to take, I doubt I ever would have started. Or maybe I never had a choice. No matter, we need to talk. I am the son of gods. It is my destiny to rule men such as yourselves. You don't have to like it. I sense you do not. That is the way of things. I have some grand plans, but I can't begin until this futile resistance is quelled. It's just a matter of time. You know that as well as I. Why don't you pack it off to the Isle of the Damned? It worked for old Drake. You're not even native to Dillman. There's a little reason for you to oppose me. Granted, that episode in Purgatory was nasty, but into everyone's life a little rain must fall. Aha, that was a pun. No one laughed. Namtar sighs. Ah well, I suppose we'll have to do this the hard way. I'll be leaving now. If you're very dedicated and very lucky, we may meet again within the Mountain of Salvation. I will kill you then. In the meantime, consider yourselves to be living on borrowed time. It's the least I can give you in gratitude for the entertainment you've provided thus far. Oh, by the way, you can move again. Namtar's sorcery was so complete you did not even notice you were under his compulsion until he brought it up. I wish you the worst of luck, my friends. Suddenly, Namtar is gone. No flash of light, no peal of thunder, just gone. Well, there we go. That's our villain monologue. He has introduced himself to us. He uh, he seems nice. A nice guy, right? Very blue. Blue's like a good color. Anyway, that's Namtar, the beast from the pit. Currently, this the door behind you slams shut and vanishes as if it never was. It's a one-way door. That. Okay. Paragraph 130. One, formerly the imperial court of King Drake, this hall retains none of the splendor of ages past. Where once hung brilliant tapestries, the walls are now bare. Empty pedestals marked where renowned sculptures formerly stood. Blocks of marble are missing in several places where materials have been removed to construct fortresses under Kingshome army campaign. Home's campaign army. This is not the court of a king in residence. Okay. Out of that. Tall. All just around on the other side as well. Does. All right. Bothering to lock a door. Well, nothing in here anyway. Check the other side. Either. Why even bother locking these? What about this one? This one's more important. Or white. Their little room like this too. Huh. And yeah, we are now down even with the southern end where I had explored these rooms. This is a library. Long dusty from disuse, this entire wing of the palace doesn't see much use nowadays. Books are available on all variety of subjects concerning Oceania, both past and present, but mostly past. I like to do some research here. My IQ skill. Let's the IQ skill of someone who has good IQ. Also use lore. No, not arcane lore. Town lore doesn't thing. Cave lore. Good magic knowledge. No. I feel like there must be something I can hear for like researching bureaucracy. No. IQ? No. Sun magic? No. Magic? No. Um, Beam? Is there anything hidden here? Bookshelves? Lockpick? Forest lore? West mountain lore? I feel like there really should be something to do here. This. Maybe I need an item. I need a card catalog or something. Try the tracker, layout, fighting climb. Down lower, I tried that. Now, don't know what I'm supposed to do here, if anything. Dragonstone, 2. What's in this one? Fine tapestries and works of art are heaped in the corner. A treasure chest full of gold stands open in the center of the room. Silverware and other luxurious items are scattered across the floor. Whoever piled these valuables here either has no respect for wealth or no need for the same. Sounds good to me. Items of strewn about. Whole arm, a royal robe, rare books, boomerang, lucky boot, magic chain, here we go, and a rusty axe. Ah, if I had more inventory slots available. Okay, magic chain is definitely something that I want. Armor plate is plus 12 to attack. Magic chain is plus 7 to attack. Uh-huh. Alar, take the magic chain for now. Lucky boot. Definitely want the lucky boot. On brick. Can't get boots. Take. Carry that. Inventory is just bloated with dragon stones and other things, but mostly dragon stones. Like the crown, I definitely need the crown, the dragon gem. All this stuff, I need it. I need it. I could maybe get rid of the healing potions, but that's healing. That's in combat healing. Kala, I could drop the axe of Kala. I could drop these dragon stones. Drop these bombs. They don't seem to do anything. Like they don't even get used up when I use. Drop 2 of the bombs. I'll keep 1 in case I need it for it though. God, I hate these limited inventories. I hate that nothing stacks. Large shield. I can get rid of the large shield. Yes. Don't need it. Just drop that thing. Plate mail. Plate mail is plus 10, minus 5. He has lucky boots on. Friggin' Jones. Bang, boomerang. 10 use. Equip the boomerang. See if I can actually use Chrome. Staff. Spell staff in. Boomerang is in combat as an item back. Oh yes, I should equip the Gatling bow. Equip the gray arrows too while at it. Up. I don't need the water potion. I've used it. I don't need to go back into the sunken ruin. Or at least I'd better not need to go back into the sunken ruin. Chain armor. Upgrade that to magic chain. Great. Same AC. There's no attack penalty anymore. Or the chain. Boots. Lucky too. +1 to AC. Just drop the axe of claw. Die. This good. Crown. Can I equip the crown? I can't. The axe is basically it's just a worse axe than what I'm currently using. Royal kind of garbage, but sell for a fair bit. Also sell for a fair bit. 2 grand. Not bad. It's worth hauling around until I get to a merchant. we'll have to do the archer's bow. Just ditch. It's definitely worth the Gatling bow. I could for a decent wand. One thing I could do actually, charge up my wand here. Back up to 20 charges, let's say, and I some of these dragon stones process. The royal robe, full arm is kind of rare. Books might be worth something. Maybe I can take them to the library. Stone. Charge up this one some more. Yep. Okay. Okay. Bunch of treasure in there. Desperately need to offload my inventory. Else is here. No. I'm sure they sell for something. What do I do here in the library though? What do I do in the library? Must be something. Tidbit of lore that I'm missing out because I'm ill. Anything. Okay, that's just outside. All right, that's this side of the castle. I'm gonna figure out what to do with this library at some point. If there is anything to, I guess it's possible. Heal over here. This room. This is a gallery of family portraits. At the head of the gallery is a huge painting of King Drake, looking very fit and authoritarian. On the facing wall of the gallery, the portraits of Drake's children, Prince Jordan of Byzanople, and the twin princesses Mirilla and Mirola. Okay, can I like town lore them? No. All right. Well, gallery. Found some pictures of the princesses. That useful in any way? Maybe it'll help me recognize them when I see them. Do you see them? This is the king's wardrobe. Here you find innumerable breeches, capes, boots, and blouses, and all manner of clothing accessories. Excuse me. Although this collection is valuable, it would be recognized instantly if someone tried to sell it. Like those royal robes I picked up. In a closed trunk, you find several dozen simple white robes as pilgrims wear. But I guess I need this pilgrim garb for something. It's giving me an unlimited supply of pilgrim garb. There is there is that mountain of salvation that apparently I can go to. Or like maybe if I wear the pilgrim garb, those scorpion guards will let me pass or something. Maybe. Maybe. Let's remember this is here for when my inventory is less bloated if I find that I do need it. May be useful to be able to disguise myself as a pilgrim. That's the same as on the other side. All right, I mean, I guess we're kind of done here. At least until I need to come back for Pilgrim Garb. $130, I read that. Door, this is just exit, sure. Guards stand before the entrance to the royal palace. They don't mind me coming in. Superior. Yeah. Okay. That's our escape from Kingshome. Is these goblins. These goblins are still here. Good goblins got into melee range. Full auto, these goblins. Times a lot. Use the meringue. Reload. Fine, they're only stunned. Okay. Okay. The spot where Namtar kidnaps you does not kidnap you again after you've already been kidnapped. Good to know. Goblins. Battle power. Yeah. Power's actually Hey, Ulrich leveled up. Nice. What do I want Ulrich to have? Him more axe skill. He already has a lot. What point of dex? Okay. I guess let's continue to explore island exterior now. So let's see. I got the crown. The crown might be, it seems like it should be useful. I suppose I would either give it to the prince or show it to game ward. And I also have the Jade Eyes, the Ankh, Roba's Skull, other quest items do I have? I kind of just need to get to a merchant. I still haven't found the last part of the Lanak tour either. Don't know where that is. Okay. Sort of running out of places for it to be. I still have to go to the Dragon Valley. Still have to get across the Scorpion Bridge. Still have to find Missile Vision in four goblins. Are these set encounters, or am I just getting unlucky with encounters? My spell points. That. My armor classes are high enough that they mostly can't really do damage to me, which is nice. Mostly. That must be buys a novel. Wins ahead. Here, I guess. Or dwarf room. Okay. Okay. This must be an hall that I need to go to. Okay, so I did find another entrance to place. Nice. Door there. So if I stand in front of the door, it asks me if I want to go camp. Say Bison-Opal. So that must mean the siege camp, right? Be asking if I want to go into the siege camp to join the siege on Bison-Opal. Maybe that is like the next place I go to. I should exploring around here. Though do want to find a merchant first. There's Master Mog's slave estate. What's this? The old dock. Okay. All right. Gonna have to explore that too. Old dock. Here, where did the dock go to? I don't know. Here's goblins to beat them up. Should charge my spell back. There are a lot of them. Stones. I have plenty to spare. In fact, I'm quite excited to have the opportunity of some of these. Right, that's one group down. My boomerang actually doing anything? Cheetah's thing activate. Item has no use here. Okay. I can't use the boomerang in combat as an item, possibly unless it's equipped. Okay. This bridge, and an old bridge crosses to the next island. No guards, buildings, traps, or obstacles of any kind. This seems a very desolate place. It is likely that no one has passed this way for many months or even years. Bridge of Exiles. Okay. Bridge of Exiles. Exile. I have to fight the goblins again. Whatever, they weren't hard. Faster if I used spells. Yes, quite a bit faster. And it gives me the chance to use some more dragon stones. All right, so I have options. I can go to the Dwarven Ruin. I can go to the sea camp at Bizenopple. I can go to the Bridge of Exiles. I can go to the Old Dock. I can go to the Dragon Valley. I can go to Scorpion Bridge. Where else haven't I been? I think that's about it. I mean, I can go back to the game preserve and see if I can impress, let's see, the game warden. I still haven't found my way to I mean, I think doing stuff on this island is probably what I should do. But first I need to find merchant and sell stuff. Head back to the teleporter. Feet go side of not heal very much, cheetah. Magic to cast it again. Stunned. From here, we just go to Quag. Like these trees. Always here. Heal everyone. L. The axe. Crown is worth 2,500. It's not listed as being priceless, which means that maybe it's not a quest item. I'm gonna hold on to it anyway. Anything I want to get of on muscles? Oh, I'll hold on to the crown. Ulrich, you can sell off the pilgrim garb. I can get unlimited pilgrim garb. I can go back and get more. I need it. Maybe pilgrim garb is what I use to get past those scorpion guards. Sell these bombs. They're useless. When I try to use them, they don't work. The slicer is priceless. Really? Huh. Weird. feel like the Ankh has to be for something. Dragonstones, Jade Eye. Trident, Throw Mace, that's Salve Throws. Adrian Key. Rang, it's down to 6 charges, but it never done anything. Fine, I guess. Or Archer's Bow, get rid of. Dragonstones. One. Royal Robe to go with the crown. You know, I can put the Royal Robe and the crown on and cosplay as king. Air books. Yes, it. For now. So let's see. While I'm here, I could go and take a detour over to the Dragon Valley. Do that. Oh, what else could I do? Yeah, sure. I'm curious about Dragon Valley. I'm also tempted to go back and get a free refill on everyone's magic points, despite the fact that I'm always complaining about how many Dragonstones I'm carrying and I should use them up. What if I need them? What if I need them later? Right? Like, I definitely will need them later. Probably. Guy. Wolves. They're running away. Earthman and his dog friend, however, do not run away. Not afraid of me. They should be. Leveled up. Louis, what am I doing? Have some help. We're going to Quag. Right. Want to check out Dragon Valley. Sunken Ruin. Game. Dragon Valley. Expecting more of an outdoor type area instead of. But okay. Dragon Valley is awfully hostile to its intruders. 3 dragon warriors and 1 dragon warrior. They're gonna AoE me to death. Kinda tough. Landil. I did win. Sort of. Alright. Maybe I don't want it here after all. Just yet. Maybe this isn't the place for me. Maybe I'll come back to Dragon Valley when I have a reason to come to Dragon Valley. Pirates Cove. Work trees. Work trees are deadly enough. Island. Okay. I think the place to go next would be maybe the Dwarven goblins. Ooh. Get Roba's skull out of my inventory. That would be nice. Could also hit up Royal Robe still. I could also hit up maybe Game Warden and see if impressed by the crown. Here we are. Once this valley rung with the sound of dwarven hammers, dwarfen hammers, sorry, now it is silent. Okay. Statue. From this angle, it almost seems as if the statue is weeping. Can I soften stone it? Anything? The statue of a proud and haughty dwarf stands before you. The stonework is of exceptional quality. The statue has no eyes. Oh well. Well, well, well. For this, actually gonna in. One, two, three, four, five, seven, nine, eight. Said something is watching me. Hmm. One, two. Statue there. Three. This seems like it should be a tunnel, but it isn't. Okay. I wonder if I can just soften stone that to get through it. That's like an alternate answer. And then, of course, there's also the tunnel from the underworld that I guess just bypasses the whole thing. Very rock seems to mourn the passing of the dwarf. All right, let's go give the statue jade eyes. Jade eyes fit perfectly. In the tunnel, you hear a great slab of rock rumble aside. Perfect. Into the heart of the mountain. Mountain? All right. To the west, behind a wall of crystal, see the fires of a mighty forge. Okay. Are there actually dwarves here or not? Evil presence lurks in the darkness ahead. No, it is in fact an invisible wall. All right. Paragraph 118. Right? 118. A massive mechanical brass automaton stands at silent attention in this chamber. It is a flawless piece of engineering, massive yet agile, and heavily armed and armored from head to toe. It would not do to run into this thing in a dark hallway. Good to know. dark. Several dwarven weapons are neatly stored here. Well, Dragon Helm, bomb, 8 more bombs, a spiked flail, and mystic might. Might should be spell. Spiked flail. Okay, take the bombs. I think bombs. Maybe the bombs are useful for you. Spiked flail only sells for 1, doesn't it? What's the dragon helm? Work. Do you hear tortured metal lurch into motion in the next room? I bet I do. I bet I do. Something going wrong. Dragon helm. He has a gem helm. Regular. He has a black helm. Black helm. Give the dragon helm to Theb. 4, 6, 17. 3, 6, 20. Yep, good enough. Donut cheetah. Arcane. Here's the killing machine to automaton. Fight. Bomb. Turns out. Horns guard. Full power. Wow. Item has no use. These bombs just, they don't want to do anything. Okay. Reveal Glamour, Stella Swift. Oh yeah, there's this whole thing about Reveal Glamour being useful on the Eastern Isles. I should have maybe used that on those Scorpion guards. Maybe that would have been cast Dazzle. Holy boy. 30 feet away, dang. Alright, let's stunned. of myth. Actually, there's only two of them. Still both up. One down. Done. That's fine. And they're both down. Great. Okay. Got some treasure. I already have it. Paragraph 119. This vault is filled with slumbering dwarves, but if they sleep, it is the sleep of the dead, for the dwarves have been turned to stone. The dwarves are frozen in all variety of poses, sleeping, eating, working, and just a few while fighting. It seems the dwarves were surprised by something terrible that turned them to stone. Okay, well, maybe I can do something. Paragraph 38. 38. Using your magic spell, you watch and wonder as color flows back into the frozen dwarves. The chamber is filled with a noise uncomfortably like the popping of popcorn as the dwarves return to life, their joints made stiff from ages of disuse. Before long, the entire clan is restored to life. The dwarves give you a once-over. All right, good. Save the dwarves. The dwarves are enraged that you have raided their vaults. I did kind of do that, yeah. They don't seem to be attacking me yet. I think they should let me have their stuff as a reward for saving them from having been turned to stone. I think that would give them. Maybe if I hadn't raided their vaults, how do they even know? How do they even know? Honestly. I mean, I saved after I raided their vaults, so I can't go back and not do it at this point. If only I had gone into that room first. It might have given me a nice reward if I hadn't raided their vaults. Too late for that. Sure. No, here's an automaton. Are they still mad because I raided their vaults? Found secret passage. I'm curious now, but unfortunately it's too late. I can't go back and see what the dwarves would do for me if I didn't raid their vault. Can I use a bomb here? No. Full presence. Mining work in this rapidly abandoned. Something must have happened suddenly. Uh, climb. Cave lore. Here's a gorgon. Bash it. Okay. Even need those spells. So was that the terrible evil presence? It wasn't really a big deal. Really anything? Right, nothing here either. It's just that Gorgon. Is that it? All right. Presence lurks in the darkness ahead. Um, Try that secret passage. Any valuable items of Dwarven manufacture are stored here. Okay. Crush mace, a spell staff, and a healing pot. Stabbed, healing pot. Do I need another spell staff? I don't think so. Crush mace. Secret passage. Good. To find my way over to that forge somehow. All dais is a dwarven artifact. Dragonhorn. Right. All right. Is that a weapon or something? Can I use it for anything? Dragonhorn. It casts Rage of Mithras. Dragon Horn, it has 20 charges. Valar, maybe? Good. Okay. Okay, so how do I get to the forge? Can I just soften stone on the crystal wall? The dwarves look at you with fear and suspicion. Can I bureaucracy them? No. How about the skull? Dragon gem? Dragon horn? No. Cave ore? Press them with my strength? Just fight them? No. The slicer? Do you like the slicer? Down lore? No. Can I make friends with them? Mountain lore? No. Why can't I bureaucracy them? Are they not supposed to want gold? Can I soften? Didn't to work. Hmm. Ow! Ow. Okay, so maybe there's still something else I need to get through this crystal wall and to make the dwarves friendly to me. I turned them back from stone. You would think that they would appreciate that, but apparently not quite enough. Maybe if I hadn't robbed them, the bomb on them. No. Hmm. Okay. Well, I got in here, and I got some nice treasure. Did get some nice treasure, but I'm not sure what to do. How do I get over to the forge? How do I get over to the forge? Like maybe a coffin stone, like here. Wall of crystal. No. Thinking, maybe crystal, it shatters if it hears the right sound or something. Flail it. I use the skull here. Dragon gem here. Onk. Dwarves care about onks. Flail. The Inkidu totem. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. And where's the passage to the underworld from here? Bring me up on the other side of that crystal wall, maybe? It might, but I'd like to figure out how to get across the crystal wall normally. Assuming there is a normal way. There might not be. Might have to get there from the underworld. Maybe if I made friends with the dwarves, they would lower the crystal wall or tell me how to get past it. I'll have to think about it. Let's see. What else is there to do then? Go to the Bridge of Exiles. I could go to the old dock. Still need to find the last part of Lanaktur. I could go up to this camp, Plazanople. Go back to Scorpion Bridge. I could go back to Dragon Valley. Try my hand at that again. I'm curious about the old dock. Check that out. Lansk Travel Bureau. Ferry manager greets you. He tells you that you can book passage to Lansk for only 500 gold. Also tells you that pilgrims can take the free ferry to the island of Nisir. Okay, so if I'm a pilgrim, we can ride the ferry to Nisir for free. Lance ticket. So if I took the ferry from Lance to King's Island, I guess this is pilgrim. Won't let me board unless I'm one of them. Okay, so this is what I need pilgrim garb for, and that's how I get to here. Statue looks like the deity of home computers, but it's really just a cheap clone. Okay. I Can I do anything with this? Computer's really just a cheap clone. Okay. Okay, I guess that's just a little Easter egg or something. Okay, so if I have pilgrim garb, I can get to here. I sold all my pilgrim garb, but I can get more. I can just go back to Kingshome and get more. Get to Nasir. And so what's the Exiles Bridge then? Goblins. Sign on the door read, door closes automatically, scrawled on the door in dried blood. We'd abandon all hope, enter here. Read paragraph 50. 50. The door closed behind you with ominous sound, evoking the finality of the tomb. The door and wall from the bridge must have been soundproofed, for no sooner do you emerge from the bridge than a mad chorus of howls assails your ears. Insane screaming seems to spring from every direction, although you cannot see the source of the noise. It's enough to drive a person mad. All right. Bridge, I mean, I guess so. Mad screaming rings in your ears. there's something here. The decaying city. It's the snake pit. Page 75. Paragraph 5, obviously. All right. I mean, it's place. '75, huh? After what seems an eternity, you locate the source of the screaming. Nearly mad yourselves, you find a city of the mad squatting on a desolate shore. Feeble huts made of driftwood and debris huddled together in a mile. White-haired loons with wild eyes stumble to and fro, mumbling to themselves or shrieking like cats. Crazed citizens of the place wrestle with one another, seeming like writhing humans. It's a madhouse, and the inmates are running the asylum. Fun. Guess we'll, I guess we'll save. Bound to be something here, right? It coming from this side. 4. 4, and we're back. 4, 5, 2, 5. All right. I mean, it's a little more structured than it seemed like it would be from the initial description. A little boy bearing an oversized polearm guards the entrance to this hut. "This is the king's boathouse," he cries. "No one may enter unless on the business of the king." It would be cruel to hurt him. Be behind the boy. The room he occupies is empty. here. Can I use my crown on him? No. Only people on official business may enter. Can I bureaucracy him? No. Chip papers? Maybe if I still had my governor's pass, I could use that. What a skull. Well, maybe I need to find the king place. I just punch the kid? No. Town lore? No. Okay. Well, fresh pine. Like, first lore that? No. Fresh pine branches lay beneath a tree. Okay. Um, guess I need branches for something. Pine branches. Okay. All right. If you find an old man sitting under a tree by the water, I won't go inside, he says. You can't make me. Okay. Got an old man here. Man doesn't want to go in. Can I bureaucracy him? No. All right. Let's see. Man, do I need to convince him to go inside? All right. Door here. It's the loot. Some loot. Don't don't head. Okay, great. I found a head. I found, is that the last piece of Lenactor then? Yes, that's what I needed. We'd probably try to figure out whatever else is going on here. Because, there may be something else. Defeating Namtar, the beast from the pit. Alright, that's our exterior mapped. This closet is filled with folding beach chairs. Can I take one? Closet is filled with beach umbrellas. Okay. Okay. What about this? Read paragraph 76. A mad artist inscribes designs on the sandy floor of his hut. I don't have to do this, you know, he says as you enter. It's uncertain if he's talking to you or if you walk in on him while he's talking to himself. I can make a good living as a tattoo artist, he continues, but I will draw on you, Mother Earth, because everyone else draws from you. You, ooh, sure. Can I bureaucracy him? No. And I would lure him. No. What? I don't know why the branches are casting Beast Call. Trying to, like, maybe draw on the floor with him? Okay. A miserable little man in a jester's outfit sits in the corner. A man is born crying, he says. When he's cried enough, he dies. Very true. Very true. Old woman hugs her knee. The king is near, she says. Right? Near. Paragraph 81. A dwarf springs up as you enter the room. He eagerly scans your party, then collapses in disappointment. No dwarves, he weeps. Never are there any dwarves. Poor Josephina is all alone. Dwarf has a name, bearded, and it smells, and, well, no matter. Josephina is probably just as crazy as everyone else in this silly town. The kingdom is broken, cries Josephina. The great clan hall is sealed, and all the dwarves slumber in the vaults. Namtar stole the eyes from our icon and hurled them into the sea. Every day I search the coast, but never do I find the eyes. Josephina continues to weep, hardly aware of your presence. Well, I'm way ahead of her here. I've already unsealed the clan hall and just kind of, maybe offended the dwarves there by stealing all their stuff. A little, just a little. How do I get to a secret passage I missed? Or do I just have to soften stone it? That one lady who was saying, hey, the king is near, right? Oh, yeah. Here's the secret passage. Always bump into all the walls. Read paragraph. Center post of these communal huts shelters a secret chamber. A skeleton, dressed in the royal colors of Kingshome, sits on a makeshift throne. Whoever this was, he's been dead a long time. A royal signet gleams on one skeletal finger. Ring seems both valuable and important. Awesome. Uh, Pull up and some jewels. Why not? All right, I now have a royal signet. So was this King Drake? Did King Drake get sent here? Show this to that kid. Official business for King Drake of Kingshome, he says. Come in. The dock is through the secret door in back. The boy stands aside. Great. Maybe this is the only way to get off of the island, like off of this part of the island. They did say that the door closed behind me when I left, didn't they? I didn't actually try to go back, but I needed to do this. Get back to regular part of the island. Aged and dust-covered old man sits at the helm of a rickety old unseaworthy vessel. At last, someone wishes my services. Enter boat, sure. You cross the seas and are deposited on another shore far away from this lunatic haven. And yes, it really took me quite a ways. Like he could have dropped me off up here or something. Like over here, maybe, instead of all the way back here, where I'm now going to have to fight a bunch of goblins. But okay, yes. King Island. Okay, I now have the royal signet ring, which I can probably use to impress that game warden, and also possibly some other people. And I have Lanaktur's head, which I can use to impress Lanaktur when I turn him back into a person. So I was definitely supposed to go there before I went to the Dwarven Hall because they gave me a little hint on how to get into the Dwarven Hall. Which, I already got in there. I already used the Jade Eyes on the statue and opened that up. Maybe, though, I can find something that'll tell me what I'm supposed to do about that crystal ball. Or I can just go into it from the underworld entrance. That works too, probably. But yeah, I mean, that's probably enough for one day. Let's just get back to the Mystic Forest. Beat up these goblins. spell points left. Okay. Flag. Made a yellow mud toad city. Fight some turtles. Why not? Okay. Save here, and that's going to be good for this time. Next time, we reassemble Lanaktor's statue, turn him back from a statue into a person, or whatever he is. I assume I only need the one piece. I think that was the last piece I needed. I'm pretty sure. If not, I guess we'll go somewhere else and do something else and maybe try to find the rest of them. There's not too many places his last pieces could be if I don't have them all. I think I have them all, though. I think that was the last one. Anyway, next time, Lanak Tour, and they said there was a hatch under him, right? One of the people in the bar here said that he's standing on a hatch, so once we turn him back into a person, he'll maybe move aside and we can get into whatever he's standing on. It's like in the middle of his tower, right? So it would be like his basement, I guess. We could just move the statue. We could just move that little pedestal and get in there. I'm pretty sure that would work. But no, we must also revive him. He'll give us something. He'll reward us for reviving him. Maybe I should sell off my junk first. Uh, I've got some junk. Do I need that crown? I don't know. I might need the crown for something. Maybe his son will appreciate the crown. Probably. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I have enough inventory space to pick up other things that I'm gonna need. But yeah, next time, Lanak Tour, possibly some other things. And I feel like we're getting close to the end. I say that, but there's still places I haven't been to or really explored. Dragon Valley, across the Scorpion Bridge, Nasir. I know how to get to Nasir now. I need to go pick up some more pilgrim's robes. At least one set. I don't know if everyone needs to wear them. Probably just one person can wear them. Probably I only need one set of robes. Hopefully. And then I can get across to Nasir. There's that Mountain of Salvation, which I guess must be on Nasir. Like if the Mountain of Salvation, that's where the pilgrims are going. Didn't Namtar say that he would meet me there too? Wasn't Namtar saying he'd meet me on Mountain of Salvation? I think he did. I didn't take notes on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So, Mistle Vision's there, Namtar's there. That's also the Mountain of Salvation is also where one of those passages in the underworld led up to, like the passage that was on that little promontory over the chasm. That led up onto the Mountain of Salvation too. Interesting. Kind of a pain to get to too, because there was that fairy that demanded you give it all of your hit points to cross the bridge. Definitely would rather get to it from the overworld, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, until then, thanks for watching. Stay safe, have fun, and what did I need those branches for? Those pine branches. I picked them up in the snake pit there. I didn't have to use them for anything. I didn't have to like force that old guy to go inside or the guy who was tattooing Mother Earth. Was all of that just like window dressing? I don't know. Was there some sort of larger puzzle that I could solve there, people? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Goodbye.